how we define it and how I kind of personally define it is what we're trying to go with is the lack of consistent access to nutritious foods. A lot of people will say not knowing where your next meal is coming from, which is definitely a part of it, but it's like consistently. So like there's instances where people don't know where their next meal is coming from, but when you see it on a regular basis, that's what food insecurity is, as well as like the nutritious access part, like not getting access to every food group necessary, because only eating at a certain budget level like will restrict your protein intake as well as like fruits and vegetable intake and ultimately make you food insecure even if you're getting regular meals. Over 15,000 students are on need-based aid at Mizzou as of like 2013, so obviously that number's probably only gone up. So realistically, if you're in a classroom, there's a good chunk of people in your room who will face food insecurity at some point in their life. Basically, there's the whole stigma that like, oh, you can afford to go to college, you can afford to eat. Like, it just kind of goes hand in hand. People don't even really think about it. More students are likely to buy their textbooks for their next meal when it comes to college, and if you're put in that kind of situation, like obviously to get the education, to get to do the degree, to get the money is important, but it's just, there's a huge stigma where it's like not talked about and assumed that it's not an issue here. Like, oh, only people of this, like economic status is a factor for food insecurity, but there's so many other things that go into it.